Hey, welcome back. Eccentric Sunshine Tarot. It is Sunday here in the Southeast United States, January 4th. Time is going by very fast. We've almost gotten through a whole week of January, and we just had New Year's. Time. Time, I think, is it started yesterday, but it's definitely an important part of the energies coming through, and I have a feeling of where the readings are going to go continuously. Don't know what that means for everybody. It'll be different for everybody. The importance of time. We measure everything in our human lives through time. For those that are unfamiliar with the channel, real quick, because I'm already a minute in, look at the description box if you just want to skip ahead to the oracle that comes out or the tarot. Either way, press on that timestamp and it'll take you directly to the portion of the reading that you would like to start at if you don't want to hear me talk. Time, anyway. It seems, this is tea. Sorry, you might not want to see. It seems that time is going to be very important. How much of it you can get in certain aspects with others, how much of it you need to accomplish certain things that you need to accomplish. And then the universe is going to tell you that your concept of time is just dumb. Sorry. And I just want to let you know that, or remind you, I should say. And this is a belief, and, this is my bias. This is just how I operate. I'm on time schedules too, because I have regular work stuff and then this work stuff and, family and friends and loved ones. And, so time is always a factor. That being said, it's a human construct. This is what we make up. Time has no place in anything really when it comes to a matter of just being present and living in the life and going along the path that you are meant to go along. So long as you are in action, and if you are present, you are in action, then time really has no place. It doesn't mean that you won't miss something. It doesn't mean that you won't wish that you had more time, especially if it comes to people, and perhaps people that are no longer in the physical plane, or even people that you let go as part of your life. But it does mean that it's going to continue. Life continues on regardless if you try to stand still or take a step forward. Trying to stand still is not being present. This is a little contradictory to last night's reading. If you listened to that already, if not, I don't know, it may pertain to you. Because there is a moment to stand and let the universe lift the fog for you, and then there is a moment to step. And it's when you are given that opportunity, when the fog clears a little bit, that you are to take a step. And if you don't, and you miss that opportunity, well, more than likely more fog is going to come, and then anything that you've ever viewed as a block is probably going to be put back onto your path and or forcibly cleared away. That can cause you even more, let's just use the word chaos. So that being said, almost 4 minutes in, you're welcome. And I don't know who that's for. I keep saying that. It's fine. I did want to let you know that I woke up this morning, had some dreams again. We had the full moon in Cancer. Some of us are going to be feeling this for a while, by the way, these deep emotions. But I woke up this morning after a dream and a song by, I think it's Noah Khan. I don't know. But the lyrics that played over and over in my head, if this is important for anybody, and I don't know the name of the song. So again, I've asked before, if you know the name of the song, feel free to put it in the comments. But the lyrics that kept going over and over in my head were, "And I should change this way of thinking that all my fears are facts of life, but I could die tomorrow." And it would stop there. And then I would hear, I worry that you're all I have to lose. And then I would hear it again. "And I should change this way of thinking that all my fears are facts of life." That part in particular, that I should change this way of thinking that all my fears are facts of life. I feel like those lyrics are very important for whoever listens to this reading. Fears have no place in the present. fears are not real. Doesn't make them any less real feeling, but they're fictitious. Anyway, so then I did my word meditation, just a few minutes this time, not a lot. And of course, fears playing on loop, definitely. So I'm considering it one of the words. But fears, lemon drops, pink, and it was like pink hue, like the color, like a mist kind of, but and maybe this is with the fog lifting. Sanctuary, sentiment, frantic, connected, systematic, collection, summation, piano music, jealousy, need, desire. So, if any of those words mean anything to you, then this message might be for you today. Let's get into it. I want to do the journey of love. I did not shuffle this time. I did not. So you're going to have to bear with me. If you don't want to see it, I'll try to timestamp it to where it goes straight to when the card is revealed to us, okay? You can skip ahead. Oh, don't forget that if you do like the message, the content, make sure to give it a like. It's the only way we share. That's how we build the community. That's how we make sure we're all connected in this collective. Always feel free to post something in the community channel tab if you want. You know, if we need to join together to hold hands energetically, that's what it's for. Leave a comment if there's something you'd like to see more of, or that you would like me to try and channel more of. Happy to attempt. I just speak what Spirit says to me. Sometimes it's the same message over and over for those that have been following along since we've started this journey. Sometimes it's a storyline that just needs to get out, and or until the person who needs to hear it hears it. We'll see what happens. And Spirit, what message can you help to guide us through this reading with? What are we allowed to know? What should we know? For the person who's listening to this, watching, what message do you have from us? Journey of love, what message do you have for us? And yes, I say yes. I'm no less free of this than you are. Intuitively guided. Simplicity. It's funny because sanctuary, sentiment, and systematic, and summation, simplicity. The letter S mean anything to someone? I'll show in just a second. I also want to do one of the angels and ancestors. Is that okay, Spirit? Can we get one from angels and ancestors? A message that we might need. The number 4 also for simplicity here. That number is important to anyone. Angels and ancestors. Spirit, what messages to help guide us in this reading? To help understand what it is that might need to be told. Air guardian. Shift your perception. I'll show you the other one in a second. And Stargazer was on the bottom. Let's look at simplicity first. I don't remember seeing this card. That's not saying that I haven't. I like it though. It's pretty. Bow to that which is simple. You will find answers to your most complex issues and those questions that seem to defy the possibility of an answer. You will find the solution now through simplicity. Live one day at a time. Have gratitude for whatever you possibly can, even if you are yet to understand why you should be grateful, because you cannot perceive the gift hiding within your struggles quite yet. Trust in the goodness of life, seeking to serve you into becoming the fullness of all that you are. Yes, beloved, even in your darkest night, the light of love is serving you. The most sophisticated of problems can be resolved through a simple answer: love. Trust, Have faith, be patient. Wait and you shall see. Let simplicity be. This oracle brings you an answer. Everything is going to be all right. Don't add fuel to the fire and look for ways to sort out complicated matters prematurely. Sometimes ingredients need to cook and percolate so that they can become a meal. The circumstances with which you are struggling will right themselves in time. Stay present and be patient. Pray in your own way. Meditation, time in nature, dance, and literally talk to the divine. When you need to take a clear, simple action, you will feel it. Relax and know it is all going to work out for the best. I think that goes along with the fears aspect. And perhaps finding sanctuary within yourself, this meditation, this need, and maybe piano music for someone to help calm them. I don't know. But Air Guardian, this card I know I've not seen. Not yet. We'll see it together. Shift your perception. Change the way you think and you will change your whole reality. The air guardian represents the angels of the air element. Traditionally, air is all about thoughts, thinking, and everything that's happening in the mind. So these angels can help you to overcome any thoughts that you have come back to haunt you from the past and to see the world more clearly. The fog lifting. They are guiding you to change the way you think about certain situations, as this could be standing between you and greatness. Taking the opportunity when it is presented to you. This is very important for somebody. The extended message here is when this card arises, it's an opportunity to learn about your way of thinking. You are being guided to recognize that not all you see is exactly the way you see it. Sometimes the mind can play games and sometimes our perceptions can be wrong. If you are being challenged or feel that there's a lack of clarity and direction in your life at the moment, there's a good chance that the way you're thinking or what you're focusing on has a lot to do with that reality. You're being guided to open your eyes and your mind, go beyond any limits you have set for yourself and recognize that the way you see the world is how you will experience the world. Opportunities are moving in your direction, but they will only open up for you if you are ready to do the internal work to support them. Last night, something about reading last night about focusing too much on the details came through very strongly. So, I feel like this is a matter of trusting the patience and presence, being present. Being patient requires to be patient. Being patient requires to be patient. Sure. Being patient requires to be present. But that also means like as the opportunity is given to you, because you're being present, you move with it. And I just did that whole soapbox, so I won't do that again. And then you have Air Guardian here that I think is saying you have the ability, and the lyrics. I should change this way of thinking. That all my fears are fact of life. That's so perfect. That's so perfect. Okay. So these are new cards that I got. And I don't know why I can't remember. Wild Reflections. Wild Reflections. Sorry. And I like them a lot. I used them to help clarify last night. I'm going to try these today for the main reading. And we'll see where we go. For whatever reason, yesterday, I tried doing the reading like 3 times, or by the 3rd time, something like that. And I kept using these cards for the main reading, and it just didn't want to work. So we're going to try again. There we go. Nine of Cups. There's an opportunity here for everything that you desire. Or perhaps you are looking at everything that it is that would make you, or what you feel like would fulfill you completely. All your wishes coming true. The shells in this cup are representative of everything that you feel like is your treasure. What the treasure is to you. From the sound to the pearls to the colors. Nine of Cups. This is an emotional fulfillment. 2 of Swords. And you are trusting that your aim is true. This is something about your intuition, maybe needing to get in tune with that star player so your senses can sharpen. This could be that meditation. Nine of Cups to the Two of Swords. It's definitely trusting that where you're pointing that arrow is going to make its mark. Page of Wands. Willing to put the work in. It's a new opportunity. You see that one wand. But this is absolutely willing to put the work in for this opportunity. Trusting that your aim is true, willing to put the work in. Maybe needing to take this action. A call to action, perhaps. That comes out a lot. And trusting your intuition of what you're going to do. What you decided to do. Trusting the intuition. The Star. There's definitely some trust here. Some healing as well. Sit. There's 2 cups of tea here that's being poured. And normally in the Star, there's 1 cup being poured here and 1 cup being poured at another. There's the Star and the Moon in the background. There's a flame. There's a flower, pink flower. And I believe that's a rose. Could be. There's some trust here. I think this is Spirit asking you to listen. I feel like you are being divinely guided here. From the 9 of Cups and then the Star also, this is definitely something about a wish. Something that you prayed for. I heard something that you prayed for. Six of Pentacles. Yeah. This is typically, traditionally, of a balance. But this 6 of Pentacles is all about the nourishment. This is a different type of Pentacles for me. This one is not so much the timing where a lot of the Pentacles in this deck are. This is absolutely about nurturing and fulfilling. It's not just 3 flowers, or Pentacles falling into one hand and none falling into another. This is about them being dispersed evenly and everybody getting an opportunity here. This is something that is fulfilling. So, and there, you are intuitively guided to take this action, something that is fulfilling, and hoping that it's received that way. Hoping that it's received that way. Not everybody's going to do that. I mean, we need to, I'll get into it. Yeah, not everybody's going to receive it the way that you want. But it's about to change. Whatever's happening, this is definitely going to change some things. You have 5 of Swords and 5 of Cups. 5s are change. This 5 of Swords is very different. This 5 of Swords is prepared. You see the person in the back doesn't have the arrows, right? Like they're holding nothing. And there's water here. This isn't just a regular, there's the elements here are combined, and there's even rain coming down based on the artwork. Birds are flying. There's 2 arrows in the, God, what is that thing called? I can't remember what it's called to save my life. The arrow holder that's not proper. Anyway, I don't know what it is, but there's 2 there. There's 1 that's about to be knocked, which is the Ace. And then there's 2 that's in the ocean, which are about to be swept away. There's a decision that was made. There's intuition that is being used. There is now the 1, the opportunity. And there's nothing coming between this dude who's getting ready to knock this arrow back. This is an opportunity. Again, you see the sparks, you see the golden taking it, but it's a change. It's a big change. And it's not one that doesn't come without loss. And that's what this 5 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, it's always representative of, you have these 2 cups. This is what you're doing things for. And you realize that the other 3 didn't work, and it hurts. The change that's about to take place does not come without loss. Most change, period, does not come without loss. Even if it's a loss of yourself, a previous version, a belief, a tradition. It could be people, places, things. Yeah. And this could be the 3. It could be the 3 relationships that you've had previously. It could be trying to find this, trying to find the joy even when you're going through this. Perhaps from the Five of Cups to the Three, you are finding the joy. You are seeing what's worth it. I don't know why I heard that, but maybe King of Pentacles navigating. You are seeing what's worth it. And maybe that's the decision that you're making, or the wish that you're making, and the hope that you have that everyone will understand, is what I heard. The Six of Pentacles. Whoever is involved, you know, you're navigating this. Seeing what's worth it, navigating, moving forward. Moving forward. This King of Pentacles is at the, what do you call it? The helm? Is it the helm? The, you know, of the ship. The Hanged Man and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this is something that it's grounding. So this is a yoga pose versus a typical Hanged Man. This is about grounding. This is about truth, getting to your center. You might be, well, what did the Oracle say? Yeah, called. Like you might need to do that. Take this moment as the fog is about to lift, because the fog is about to lift. Find your center, because this is when your new opportunity is here. Your new beginning. Your new beginning is here. Does not come without loss. Looking back possibly at getting away from this Three, maybe even. And yeah, the new opportunity is here. Four of Pentacles. This Four of Pentacles to me is all about timing. This is a contemplative. It's not a block. It's not a greed here so much. This is contemplative. This is it time now? Is this the right time? Is this the right time? With this Ace to the Four, you could look at that as another 5. Changes, changes, changes. Is this the right time? The cosmic union here. Two of Cups. Coming together. An offering from each person's heart center. I mean, you know, typically I say this because the cups are different. They're shells, right? And her shell has a pearl, and his is like a conch shell of sort. I don't know if that's the proper name, but that's what we're calling it. Okay. One is a treasure, even representative of womb, but the feminine symbolism here. Okay. From her heart center, everything that makes her, this feminine. And the masculine here is offering this conch shell, which is, it allows you to hear the ocean here. It allows you to hear the expansion. It allows you to feel that even. There's the vibration of that sound. The two combined, the two trading even, coming together in this cosmic union is what makes a whole. Not because they're not whole by themselves. They are. But it's like two halves. It's a cosmic union. I can't, that's all I keep going back to. I can't make it any different in my brain. Sorry. That's all I hear. Cosmic union, cosmic union. So is it time? There's a new opportunity here. And I think that's what, is it now? Is it now? With the King of Pentacles navigating this way, finding the center, and the Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah, there's definitely cosmic union. Divine. Putting in the work. She's not scared to. This is not a typical queen. She'll work right along beside. She'll help with the details. Happily. She'll help with the details happily. This king is sailing towards, perhaps. This could be the union here between the journey. Stars everywhere. And then the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely, and I love this card so much because for me, he's like, oh, you thought you were playing chess. Yeah, no, this isn't chess. This is beyond chess. Chest? No, chess. Yes. I'll see your move. I'll knock it down. I'll raise you. Because this is much more than just a chess game. This is not about strategy. This is about heart. If you're going to move, you're going to move from heart. And so be it. That's the sun. Yeah. If you're going to move from heart. And you're being called. You see that gong? It's fine. You know, then it's like the bell being rung, right? Kind of thing. Like, dong. Yeah, this is it. Anything else, Spirit, on this before we... This is it. And so look, and then with the sun and this, I think it is about sun and Capricorn. I truly do. Because see, this devil, this is very much a Capricorn representation, not something of, you know, a negative connotation. And you see that they're not actually, they're not chained in such a way that they can't take off the blindfolds and see. And right now there is an action here. Like, okay, so are we going to do this? I mean, I guess. Are we going to do this? Yeah, so we need to see, right? Yeah. All right. I mean, Capricorn is all about, it can be slow in a sense, but, you know, it's only here for like a period, what, 30 days, if that, something like that, right? So, you know, when you think about Capricorn time, it's a little bit more than 30, I think, but it might be a slow progression, but this is the sun prior to this. This is, I think it's definitely sun in Capricorn. So right here, right now, the fog is about to lift, if not already. Anything else? Heartbreak to the Nine of Pentacles, to the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this is about healing. Finding your worth. Knowing your worth. The confidence here. And being ready to receive. I'm not going to put all these down here, but I wanted you to see that. All right. So if this is in union together, then you're both being called to know your worth, which can also be this devil card, okay? For an action to happen, you have to know your worth. And your worth matters just as much as anyone else's does. You can't sit there and put yourself last in line and then go, oh, what? Truth. Why? Why isn't XYZ happening? Well, if you're putting yourself last in line, it's not going to, because you're worried about everybody else. You're sitting here, you're taking your worth and saying it's less than everybody else's. In doing that, you are not fulfilling not only yourself, but you can't even help fulfill anyone else's. Like, let's say it's colleagues. I mean, there's pentacles here, right, throughout. So let's say it's a work situation. Let's say, actually just pick your thing. Colleagues, children, friends, whatever, right? Friends. So any of those situations that you're dealing with people, if you're putting their needs before your own, and I don't mean needs in like, you know, you have to get certain work done by a certain time, right? Like that's part of how you get paid. Okay. Kids have to eat and they got to have somewhere to sleep. This is essential stuff, right? Like, yes, you make sure those things are happening. But when it comes to emotional fulfillment, you cannot put your colleagues or your kids or your friends' emotional fulfillment before your own. Because what happens is inevitably is then that you stomp yourself down so much that you're going to end up causing more harm, not only to yourself, but to those people around you as well. So you have to fill your own cup first. Okay. You have to fill your own cup first. And there's something here about knowing your value for that. Like you've got to be able to do that. And when you fill your own cup and you're focused on heart center, not malicious intent. It doesn't mean that you won't hurt somebody or that somebody won't hurt you. But when you do that, you then walk from heart center. And the natural progression, whether people get hurt in between there or not, because that's bound to happen. Everybody's not on your level. Remember that. But the natural progression is that eventually everyone else will also be fed and or walk from heart center. That's the way that it goes. If, however, you stay in this toxic pattern of not valuing yourself, not seeing your own value and not fulfilling yourself, then guess what happens to everybody around you? They too are in that toxic pattern. They're going to learn from you and or the energy is going to feed off of each other. That is just, you know, I say it's science. I don't care if somebody agrees or not, but You're about to see this. Anything else? Oh, yeah, you're about to see this. Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Truth, Eight of Wands. And this is about to happen fast. See that waterfall? That's fast movement. There's a sense of protection here, but it is absolutely being sparked. I'm going to use the blue here, the Starlight. Starlight Tarot, Blue Edition. With this Air Guardian, I mean, this is absolutely about changing the way that you think. The simplicity of it. Quit overcomplicating the things. You just have to listen and move. Listen and move. There's opportunities coming in here. Opportunities that have been coming in. What other messages and guidance do you have for us? The work. Focusing on those details. Eight of Pentacles. What are the messages? Can we close the reading out with? Spirit, can you... the overall guidance here and outcome. Overall guidance here and outcome. Ooh, dog in the background. Overall guidance and outcome. Definitely fast movement. There's the Eight of Wands again. Fast movement, communication, perhaps communicating about work, through work, the work that needs to be done. Yes, Ace of Swords. The work that needs to be done. This is details, action. Focusing on details over action. Action has to be prioritized at this time. Moving through. And there's your new. Divine is speaking to you. That's how I look at this little fish in the cup. This is a divine message, a divine heart-centered message. Your heart center, perhaps, guiding you along the way. Yep. I love it when that happens. The Hermit, who takes his North Star out of his chest. He has his one wand. He's going up to the top of the mountain, and then he's coming down. And so this is very much more like coming down. You've seen everything that you need to see. You know what you need to know. It is now time to move. It's time to apply all the knowledge that you gained. The Hermit is a knowledge seeker. Guidance and most likely outcome here, Spirit. Guidance and most likely outcome. And I think that's the guidance. So what's the most likely outcome here? This Three of Cups to the Page of Pentacles. It's seeing the joy. It's letting that joy, it's letting that heart center guide you. And perhaps you're even being asked to, like, it's to ignore what they say. That's all I heard. I mean, I'm trying not to sugarcoat things for you people. Ignore what they say. You were always on this. You were always on this. So the most likely outcome is a new opportunity. Yeah, Temperance. The alchemy of the situation. See it differently. Ignore what they say. You're your own spirit. You're your own spirit. You see it, and I'm saying ignore what they say again, because see the birds around. They're not going to be quiet, the two especially. And then you have this Five of Pentacles. Like, look at this time period that might seem dire, that might seem cold. And the Magician. You have everything that you need to make this different. Whatever it is that you're fearing, okay, because this is definitely about that frame of mind. Yeah. You have everything you need to make this different, this night. And you're going to, once you have this moment, Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups. Fast moving, heart center, perhaps slow it down from the fears and the thoughts. There is a matter of you need to charge straight in, but do so with love. Okay? Let the love guide you. You need to charge in or charge and let the go. Yep, Chariot. And holding the sword of truth. It is for your truth. It is necessary. Most likely outcome, movement. Most likely outcome is movement. All the freaking nights. Got it? Well, we're missing the Knight of Pentacles. Well, there's a Knight of Pentacles somewhere else, right? Didn't we have a Knight of Pentacles? Oh, we did. So with that Chariot, I mean, and it's a Wands. This is all. These are all your action movement cards. The most likely outcome here is movement. It could be an actual physical move. It has to be one that is, if you're going to charge in, that's fine. 9 of Wands, yeah, ready to go. This is not the Wounded Warrior. This is not the Saint card. This is holding on to that Ace of Wands. What you were doing this for. Building and ready to defend even. And you're going to need to be. And there's the 2 of Wands. Yeah, it was a decision made long ago. All right, I'm going to stop because I asked for the most likely outcome and now we're just getting more confirmation. King of Pentacles again, though. So you have your divine counterparts, King and Queen of Pentacles, victory, and 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles to the victory card. I mean, I think this is a matter of realizing like what it is that you, well, that's what you're doing it for. That's what you're doing it for. So we're going to end it there. Sunday, January 4th. I may do another reading later. I was called to do this one just a little while ago because, I don't know, I felt some of those song lyrics. So whoever needed this, I hope you get the message that you needed. Get ready to move. Get ready to move. Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, get ready to move. I'm going to put it up. Bye.